Hello and welcome to a very special Rock Sound podcast. I'm Will Cross, Junior Editor at the magazine. Join me as always, Jack Rogers. Hello.
Hello, mate.
Oh, went quick then. Yeah.
I'm excited. It's like
a few beers in.
Yeah, a few beers in. It's shandies. Not on. It's Friday night and it's Christmas and we're having a lovely time.
It's a special podcast.
It's like the podcast Christmas party, but
without any mulled wine.
Yeah, and there's only three of us sat in a little corner.
That is our special guest talking, Mr. James Veck-Gilodi from Deaf Havana fame. How's it going, my friend?
All right, thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Well. No, it's my pleasure.
Feeling good?
Very good. Very
cool.
Good. Too good, if anything.
Oh, okay.
Are you looking forward to Christmas, Jamesy?
I don't really like Christmas, to be honest. So, no.
Are you looking forward to 2018, Jamesy?
I guess so. Well, no, because I have to write a new record and it's stressing me out. No, of course I am. Christmas will be nice, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome. So, yeah, same deal as we've done so far with this very special podcast. We're going to be chatting to Jamesy all about Deaf Havana, his year, and then we're going to be throwing out a discussion into his favourite album, his favourite songs, favourite gig that he played, favourite gig that he saw, all sorts of stuff. So, yeah, but we're going to kick off with our little interview with James. So, Jack, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can do.
Cool.
So, we've had a chat about the year, already, which you can all check out on rocksound.tv if you so wish.
Do it.
Little plug. I'm good at them now.
Yeah.
But mainly, I just want to judge, coming up to the end of this year where, the album's out, you've been touring, you've, travelled the world, travelled Europe. How are you feeling coming to the end of this year compared to last year?
The end of last year was kind of... to be fair, I was pretty positive last year as well because I knew that the record was coming out in January. But I feel a lot more chilled out now because last year I was like, fuck, are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, because we'd written this record and recorded this record, which was kind of not a make or break, but it was like we'd been away for 4 years. So it was like, if no one likes this record, I don't know what we're gonna do. You know?
Yeah.
So I was kind of very anxious about it and nervous, but also excited. But now I'm just kind of we've done more than I thought we would ever do this year already, which is amazing. So I'm just, the only difference is I'm just way more chilled out, and I feel like I've actually done something this year because I've actually been on tour and I've actually been recording and I don't know, travelled around quite a lot. So I feel slightly more accomplished than I did last year.
Yeah, it is that when you come back and come to the end of the year and you look back over and go, I actually did a lot.
Yeah, we did. I mean, compared to some there's some bands that tour a stupid amount, but for us, we did a lot this year. We toured quite a lot. We recorded basically a new record, the reworked version. I mean, it was just me, but we're not giving prizes to anyone. No, we are actually, and I'm getting one. What? Joking. No, but we've done. But there's been a lot of stuff. We've done a lot of stuff this year. It's been. But now because I'm home and I've there's no, because next year I basically have to write and record, so I don't really have any things to hit. So I'm now I'm a bit lost. I don't really know what I'm doing because I'm when are we going on tour again? Yeah. I don't know. We haven't got any tours booked, so it's a bit weird.
Yeah, I mean clean slate's all right every now and then.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome to hear. Because as well, kind of going from that and this kind of really good year, you've had an amazing journey as both a band and songwriter. All 4 albums have been completely different, and I mean, in terms of kind of looking back now, you've had all these countless nights for, I guess you tracked it in summer 2016. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Listening back now and to have this really brilliant positive reaction across the year, how do you feel it stacks up to you in terms of the Deaf Havana legacy?
I don't. I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it. It did what it needed to do, and I'm really proud of the songs. I think they're great without sounding like an arrogant arsehole.
No, they're. Mate, you're allowed to. It's your music.
It's a banger.
But I don't listen to my own music. But I think I'm really proud of the songs. And I think it got us to a place we needed to be. But I don't necessarily think it's the best thing we've ever done. I really liked Old Souls, but it seems like no one else did.
I did.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thanks, guys. But no, I don't know. I think it was kind of nice. It was a different kind of perspective I had, and it was the only album I've ever written, so basically I normally write really quickly. So like, Old Souls was pretty much written in 2 weeks, and the same for Fools and Worthless Liars. But this one we had basically 3 years to sort of mess around. So the songs were written over a period of about 3 years. So the main difference is I think it has a lot more sort of like up and downs, like ebb and flow. Like it's more of an album, because I wasn't in one mindset. I was in like many different mindsets. Like I wrote some songs 3 years away from some of the other ones. Like a song called Pretty Low I wrote a week before we went to the studio, but then Seattle I wrote in the start of 2015 or something.
Oh, wow.
So it was like there's a big chunk. So I think although that may take away from like the so when you write songs all together you get like a coherence and it sounds the same because you're in the same frame of mind. I think this was different because it allowed me to like explore like a broader spectrum, I guess, because I wasn't like trying to force them out. I was just writing them whenever I felt like it, with no album in mind really, because I didn't even know if Deaf Havana was going to be a thing anymore, because we were like, we didn't really know if we were going to do it. So, but I think that made the songs better, and it like allowed them to breathe without sounding cheesy.
No, yeah.
Like I don't know. I think it's definitely the most accomplished record we've done. It's probably the most varied, but it's not my favourite of our records.
That's really interesting. Like, I mean, in terms of Old Souls then, and being kind of like a personal favourite, I mean, what was it about that album? I mean, like, because it was quite, I know you obviously listened to a lot of Springsteen at that time and that sort of thing. Like, does it just lock in with how your personal tastes are these days, or?
No, it's not even that. I think it's just the lyrics, really. Like, I still believe now, I don't think I'll ever write better lyrics than I did on that record, because I was kind of a mess of a man at that point. Like I didn't
22.
It was terrible, man. Like I didn't really know what I was doing in life, but in terms of being a creative person, that lent itself so well. So I was like having a crisis as a person, but creatively I was just churning out all these things that I didn't even know were as good as they were at the time. So I think, I don't know, for me mainly, I'm a massive lyrics guy. Like I always write the lyrics first and then put them into a song. And I think I'll never beat the lyrics on some of the songs on Old Souls. I think I'll never write better lyrics than that. So for me, that's why. I don't necessarily think it's the style or anything. It's just, for me, the lyrics. I don't think maybe some songs I won't ever top.
Wow.
But I don't know.
That's really interesting. That leads into my next question, actually, but I'll let Jack go for his next one.
Thanks, Will. Mainly to think of things because it's very easy to plot Havana over the years, like how things have changed, and kind of showing what mood and like mental state you're in at that point. Going towards like the new album, which you say, oh, got to record another one. It's gonna be rubbish, isn't it? Like, how are you going forward into that? Like, I know you've said that you write the lyrics before, but is there kind of a blueprint for where you're heading for like the next one?
There should be, but no, I don't think, because I feel like All These Countless Nights was the record we needed to write.
Yeah.
But now I think we have maybe a little bit more freedom without alienating anyone. I don't want to write like a reggae record, but I definitely want to explore like new things. I don't know, like I've got a bunch of demos and they're a bit more like, I don't want to say 80s because everyone's doing that now, but they're a bit more like electro based.
Yeah.
And I just want to. I get bored very easily, and I just want to explore different things. And but at the end of the day, like if I don't believe in it, I don't think it's good, I won't release it.
Yeah.
So I just like, it sounds lame again and cliche, but like the blueprint is, if it's a good song, we'll release it.
Yeah. It's rather than going, because it's so easy when you're in that position to go, oh well, we're carrying on now and I've got this, we've got to stick to like a plan, like that that kind of like cycle that bands have developed without, like that unwritten cycle of like, oh, tour release, oh, we've got to keep like relevant, we've got to keep, but it's like now it's back on your terms completely.
Yeah, I agree. Like, do you know what it is? I feel like I'm not really. The way I'm approaching writing now is I'm just writing songs. I'm not writing songs with Deaf Havana in mind. So if it's like too poppy, I won't necessarily go, nah, I don't want it. Yeah. So I'm just writing songs, and I'm gonna like, when I have like a pool of songs, I'm just gonna like review them and see which ones are going to be there.
I mean, like, it leads back to the time because there was the point when you were just doing it on your own as well. Like, I remember watching you at Clapham Common when it was Noel Gallagher day. Was it Clapham Calling?
Oh, Clapham Calling, yeah.
Yeah, on like lovely day.
Well, good day.
Yeah,
I got massively sunburned.
Yeah, oh, mate, same. I was on a date as well, watching Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams.
Yeah, and then I saw.
Wasn't that great that day, was he?
Not really, no.
I love him. He's one of my favourite artists in the world, and he just wasn't that good.
But then I went and saw Bad Rabbits in Peckham that night
great.
with a selected crew and people, and it got very silly. So big day.
Same day.
Yeah.
Bad Rabbits were playing that day, and I didn't go.
Oh, cool. Yeah, in Peckham, like down the road from me.
They're great, man.
But yeah, like there was that time when it was you were writing just for you and booking like tours just for you, and it's kind of like
I had to. I didn't know what. So everyone else in our band has a job. Like they have like a backup plan. I don't. I've always had just this. So I have to, at some point, not be selfish, but I have to like look after myself. So the only way I'm ever gonna I couldn't get by. I got through that year from playing solo shows. Like I paid my rent. Because otherwise I have no income. Yeah. So I had to do something. So I was like, if you guys don't want to do anything, I'm doing this. Yeah. Until we start making music again, I'm doing it. Yeah. And that's the only reason why I did it.
Yeah. Well, it still worked. Do you reckon that album will ever see light of day?
Probably. If this next Havana record fails, then
it's like the full like. Well, you were coming.
I'm up for it anyway. It's just hard to like do the two because like I'm really like Havana's going pretty. I'm enjoying it a lot now. Yeah. So I don't really.
Yeah. You don't want to go. Now. You don't want to like go right. Nothing that for one day.
Not at all. Like I'm really enjoying it. Like I feel like the most committed and the most excited about it that I've ever been.
It's awesome.
Which is weird for me because I'm normally miserable. But I've only just really started loving touring and like we just did a month-long tour and I didn't want to go home. I was like, I just want to keep playing, which is unheard of for me. So I think I don't know. I'm excited about it.
Amazing stuff.
Go on then, Will.
Cool, yeah. Well, yeah, just to kind of go from. I mean, like you say, you're saying that obviously, you're a real lyrics man. You write lyrics before you actually write the songs musically. And I mean, like being a fan of the band, I've always been really, really into that side of things, and with absolute pleasure. I mean, like the stories on Fools and Worthless Liars, a lot of that have really stuck with me. Hunt Stanton Pier and things like that across Old Souls and into the new album as well. And I mean, I listened to your Spotify commentary on the songs from the new album, and I mean, like that was particularly revealing, I think, in that you went to some quite difficult places, I think, and you kind of tackle things that maybe were hard to go head on towards. So I mean, in terms of that, what song are you most proud of in terms of what you addressed lyrically? Like, what was the most kind of difficult, but in that sense therapeutic?
Ever or on this record?
On this record,
I would say Pensacola probably because. It was about my ex-girlfriend who, her dad was like my best friend in the whole world. Like I was in love with the man. Like she was a wonderful girl, but I think I stayed with her longer than I should have done just because I didn't want to upset her dad because he was one of the greatest people I've ever met in my life, and he was from Pensacola, Florida. And that for me was like I didn't know whether it would be too close to at the back of my mind, I was like, if he hears this, or if she hears this, they might get either upset or annoyed. I never want to do that, but sometimes that gets in the way of like good art, if you know what I mean. Like, and I'm always about the good art, without being a dick. Like, I'm always about the good art, even if you have to like bend the truth a little bit. Yeah. But that was the hardest one for me, just because it was such an emotional relationship I had with him, and it was such a. Like it was a lot of when I remember when I recorded that song, it was like vomiting. It was like because I wrote it really quickly as well. Like I think I sang it once. I think what you hear on the record is like what I sang the first time because I was just so I don't know. It was weird. It just had a lot more. There's a lot more weight behind that one than some of the other ones.
With that as well, because I think what you said there that sometimes people. And other artists will kind of hold back from what they want to actually write about and like change things to not kind of like hurt who it's about.
Yeah.
Like it's because it's that weird thing that once it's on tape, it's not yours anymore. It's like, because it's out, it still is like in your heart, but like it's out in the world for anyone else. Like, has that ever been something which is before this, when you've been writing, stunted, where you're going like, thought, do I need to hold this back? Do I need to rein it in, or just actually gone for it?
No, I've never. Maybe I should have sometimes, but no, I've never. I've always, because I want. Well, I don't know. The only judge I have to go by is what I want to see in an artist. So I've always I always like to see people when they're at the most vulnerable point, because I feel like they make. I don't know what it is. There's something when you're on the tipping point between breaking. There's something that comes out of you which is you never see. It doesn't matter if you're a painter or a poet or anything. Like, there's something there that you never get again unless you're in that point. So I've always just thought you need to just lay it out, without hurting people.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Massively.
Like not being like a horrible man. Like,
if you can be articulate and if you can word it in a way that is kind of maybe whimsical, but also something that people can relate to.
Yeah.
Without hurting someone, then I think that's been my goal always. So I don't know. I've never let it get in the way of me, but that's me.
Yeah.
And other people are different, I think. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, like, going into like new music as well, you know, like when Deaf Havana 5 kind of gets going, I mean, will that very much be the way forward as well? Because I mean, obviously you're saying that you're very happy and you know this is the first time you've never wanted to go in from a tour and that sort of thing. Like, how will that affect your lyrical input, do you think?
I don't know, because I'm actually happy right now, and I don't really write songs when I'm happy, so I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it would be cool. Like, I'm way more relaxed now, so I'm hoping like the music comes out quicker and easier. But I think it'll be the same as always. I'll struggle to write for a bit, and then eventually it'll all come out. But yeah, I'm always gonna, like, anything I do, whether it's Havana or anything else, I'm always gonna adapt the same attitude as, like, you just need to. I think if it's honest, people will care more, as basic as that sounds. I think it sounds really like hippie and lame, but people can feel if you're like, if you're feeling or hurt. You can tell the difference between someone who's had a song written for them and then someone who's spilled their heart out into a song, you know? Like, it could be recorded by the same person, but the difference in, I don't know.
No, totally.
I've just always... It's kind of, I don't really know how else to make music.
Yeah, no, totally. Because I mean, you know, like, I mean, if in like hearing, you know, Boston Square for the first time, you know, I press play on Old Souls, and like you just get that feeling, you know, like that's the thing.
Thank you, man.
No, man, like I
appreciate that a lot.
No, mate, it's an absolute pleasure. I mean, that's the thing. It feels like your lyrical kind of the way you write lyrics is very much. I don't think you ever would write anything veiled, you know.
I don't think I can. Like, I've tried. Like, a lot of people have been like, "Why don't you write songs for other people?" I'm like, I can't, because I can't. I don't know how to write. I don't know how to derive like context from anything other than personal experiences, which isn't necessarily what people want to hear. Like, all the biggest songs in the world, they're very vague, the lyrical content. So like, I don't really know how to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No, I've just pictured there's someone like, as if you're writing for someone in the charts, like if Dua Lipa, like, you wrote one of those, and it's just like. Someone's going, James, it sounds a lot like your life, and it's
my life,
and this girl's singing it at Wembley Stadium.
Yep. Yeah. To be fair, that'd be awesome, because I'll be making the bun.
Oh yeah, right. up in the box.
Not gonna happen, is it? Let's be honest.
Amazing stuff. Well, we'll chat to James about what's coming up in 2018 at the end of the show. But we're now going to throw out discussion to James completely. We're going to talk about his favourite things over the year, the musical year. So James, favourite album?
Okay, I have a very definitive favourite record, but it's a bit not cliche. It's a bit taboo.
Okay.
Because
oh god. Okay.
You know, so it's brand new science fiction.
That's what I thought you were going to say. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Well, obviously, I don't know all the stuff going on with Jesse, but I still think he's a genius. It's the best record of, like. I'm a huge brand new fan. I have been for ages. I remember we were in Germany in the van, and Tom, our drummer, has signed up to their mailing list, and he got an email, and he like stopped the music. He was like, "Guys, I've got a link to the brand new album." And we were like, "God, they haven't got a new album." They didn't tell anyone. They just dropped it.
Yeah.
And we played it in the van. I was just like, "This is the best." For me, it's just it's genius. The lyrics are genius. The music is it's just like I can't even.
I mean that whole night when it was going on, where it was like, what the hell is this? Wait, I remember walking home and someone was just like going, like, "It's a SoundCloud link. Look, everyone listen."
Oh my
and then
God,
suddenly it was gone, and then suddenly it was there,
and then it's like it's. But for me, it's the best. I'm a lifelong Brand New fan. It's the best Brand New record.
Wow.
It's the best record I've heard in so many years. I think it's fucking genius. From the first track especially, I don't know, it just blew my mind when I listened to it.
Amazing.
Lyrically, musically, I just lost my shit.
Wow. So like stacked up against, Deja and The Devil and God, like how so you think it's better?
I think it's better than all of them. Deja was the one I got into first.
Yep.
I love it. Devil and God's probably was my favourite. Daisy I also love, but this kills them all for me. I know a lot of people that don't agree, but for me this one just shits all over them.
I feel
it's incredible.
I feel as though at this point it's like there's a group who are going to be disappointed with anything that came out, because it's like the expectation of just like that point it was reaching here, and it's like if it wasn't, I don't think when your expectation's that high, no one can write music that good or like to hit it. It's true. Like even if it's the best thing they've ever heard, it's kind of like it works in a thing that their expectation just takes a complete other leap up to the next bit, and they're just like,
definitely.
oh yeah. So, I mean, I've always been early Brand New fan, like
first record.
Yeah, mate.
I hate that record.
Do you hate it? How come?
I just don't like pop punk. I don't like.
I mean, I think that.
I don't think it is. It's not necessarily pop punk. It's very like. I like slow drum beats and like big. I don't know, man. Like I like Suck on Roto Lime.
Yep.
I love Jude Law when it came out, I guess. But
it was a bit twee now. And
I guess that's what it is. But for me, that was never my kind of shit. Like even some of the songs on Deja are too. For me, But
I mean, it's all very of its time as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like the bands who are trying to revive that now. You're a bit like, even when it
happened
new,
and they did it better than you. So stop.
Just like, try
do something new.
Yeah. Where you can tell that it was a different time.
It certainly was.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's really, really interesting actually. So going into top 3 songs then, let's kick off with number 3. Well, it doesn't have to be in order, but yeah, go and fire them out.
3 songs. They're not rock though.
No, fine.
So there's a guy called Dermot Kennedy. He's an Irish singer. He's kind of like Ben Howard, but maybe a bit cooler. He has a song called Moments.
I mean, that's not hard, is it?
I don't know, man. I love Ben Howard.
Yeah, I don't think he's very cool though.
I think Ben Howard's really cool because he doesn't care about anything and he hates everyone.
Yeah, there is that.
I think Ben Howard's super cool. But I know what you mean. Yeah, Dermot Kennedy, Moments Past is like, I don't know if you've heard it. I'll show you later if you haven't. Yeah. It's like it's amazing. We rinsed it on the tour we were just on like every day, to the point where Decade, the band we were with, they were like, "Can you stop playing that song, please?" What do you mean? We're like, "Okay, we're going to turn it up." But I think it's amazing. Like, it's just, I don't know. It has everything I want. It's really miserable. Great lyrics, great voice. It's just perfect. I don't know. I haven't felt that way about a song in a long time.
Amazing.
Was it like a standalone track or an album track? Or like
he hasn't got a record. He's got like a couple EPs and then like that's just a standalone track.
Yeah. So I mean, like those are the ones, they're usually the tracks where it's not like, oh, this is a single. It's like, this is just a music I'm making. They're the ones which hit the hardest, and the ones which don't usually get lost, like in the lull of when people are releasing records. And like, I mean, like on the subject of Decade, I'm gonna say one of my favorite Decade songs is Dr. Cole's "Turns Out I'm Sick as Fuck."
Yes,
which is in it
banger.
But huge band, but it's like one of those songs where it's like
they hate that song.
I know.
They despise. They hate everything that isn't pleasantries.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I'm still going. Dr. Cold. Dr. Cold.
I felt bad because I've only ever listened to pleasantries. I'd never listened to any of their records, and I told them, they were like, "I'm glad." You're like, you're an actual fan,
mate. I'm an OG. I'm like from Ready Set Low days.
Oh wow!
But like, I like everything I do. But as I say, it's like those songs which usually hit the hardest, where it's like the ones which like they've just gone, this needs its own pedestal.
For sure. Number 2.
This is probably going to change at some point.
Okay.
Let's say there's a band called Now Now. Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
They were like a grunge band that my friend Tank introduced me to, and they're awesome. Like, I love that kind of music. It was like new grunge, and they released a song this year called Yours, and it's like electro weird. It sounds like Tears for Fears, and it's so good. So Now Yours. Listen to it. It's unbelievable. It's like weird, like electro triplet, strange music. I don't know. It's so good. Great lyrics, and completely different to anything they were doing before. So I don't know. I don't know how to explain it or sell it to anyone. Just listen to it.
Our intern actually really likes that band. I checked him out early this week on his recommendation. Yeah, they're like, I mean, in terms of that kind of like quite electronic based, right?
It never used to be.
Yeah,
but that one song is really electronic. Yeah.
What's your vibe on that sort of stuff in general? Like, are you quite into it, or is it?
Yeah, man, I dig it. For me, I'm not really. Anything that's good is good, I think, which sounds so lame, saying anything, if it's good, it's good. Yeah. But it's true. As dumb as that sounds, it's true, isn't it? Like, If my ears send a signal to my brain that goes, yep, wicked, I'm into it. It doesn't matter what genre it is. It could be classical, it could be anything, it could be jazz, it could be anything. If my brain goes, yep, that's good, then I'm into it. So I don't know, like, I have no, like, I don't know, I don't really have any restrictions on anything, so I'm into it, man.
Amazing. So I need to check that band out more. So you're saying like it's different? The earlier stuff is quite different, or
pretty much every other song they have is like a band song.
Okay,
like that song's super electro. It's just like electro drums. It's sick. It's so 80s. I love it.
Amazing.
It's
cool.
Wicked.
Check it out. And number 3.
Number 3 will be a brand new song, of course.
Okay, cool.
Let's say. There's a track on the record called Out of Mana.
Yeah, it's my favourite as well.
It's the best song on the record. It's just ridiculous. The lyrics are incredible. It just blows my mind. I listen to it every day in the shower, every day. I love it. It's one of the only songs I have saved. I have this weird like internet black spot in my bathroom where I can't get internet, and the only record I have saved on my iPad is science fiction. So I just play that song. But it's just so good. Like, it's just. Everybody who ever starts a rock band, that is what you should aspire to create.
Yeah,
I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, the build on that song is
so
mental.
sick,
Yeah. So moving on then to kind of more personal question, I guess. Like, best show you played this year?
That would be in February. We headlined the Forum in Kentish Town. Mm-hmm. It was mental. It was like I've lived in London for a long time now. Like, we grew up in East Anglia. Excuse me. But I've lived in London for a long time, so I feel like London's like my home now. So London shows are hometown shows for us, really. And that show was ridiculous. It was like, because I'd had a cold that entire tour, so I was like, this could be awful. I could be like singing 3 notes and it'd be awful. But I don't know, adrenaline carried me through, I guess. And it was the loudest crowd I've ever heard in my life. I didn't realise at the time because I was so like engulfed in it. And then I watched the videos back and you couldn't even hear us over the crowd singing. Wow. I don't know. It was just mental. Like, so we played this show in Shepherd's Bush Empire years ago, and that was like our favourite show. We were like, we'll never top that. And Kentish Town topped it, and we were like, we all came off and we were just like, what the fuck was that? Like, how did this weird idea that we started in our bedroom become this? And it was the most humbling, incredible experience ever, and I just lost my mind. It was amazing.
I think that's because when we spoke, it was after the on the Old Souls tour when you were at Roundhouse. You said you were just like, this should be the best day of my life.
I hated it.
And
it was
really? Yeah, it was just like, well, who cares? Like, I'm not forced to go from that to like the next stage and be like, I mean, like, I can imagine, because Forum, like, from a fan's perspective, is a wild venue.
It's wicked.
But like from the stage
to play as well, it's sick.
Yeah, like, because it's so high.
It is. And so Roundhouse, part of the reason why I hated it was because it's a fucking horrible venue to play. Yeah. It's like, because I never, ever wanted to be a frontman. Like I still don't like the fact that I'm
in the middle,
the centre of attention. I hate that. I just wanted to be a guitarist and chill in the background, maybe do some backing vocals. But the Roundhouse it's round, believe it or not. So it's like a semicircle stage. So there's people
everywhere.
Yeah. And so I felt so exposed. I don't know. I just felt weird.
And in some cases behind you as well.
Sometimes,
in the far corners.
Yeah,
it's
you're
like,
right. Yeah.
It
just. I don't know. I just didn't have a good time there.
Yeah, but then to have that, it was a sellout as well, wasn't it?
Luckily.
That's most.
Don't know how that happened. It was a proper sellout as well. We didn't do what most bands do and go cap it at like 50% and go, yeah, it's sold out. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Everyone does that, don't they?
Yeah.
Everyone does
that. Yeah, when they go like, there's a few tickets like.
Couple of tickets. Do you mean there's half the fucking venue left in the door? You liar.
I was gonna say,
so if you're gonna sell out a venue, sell it out.
It's like.
Take
the tickets in a carrier bag and put them in the bin.
Literally. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, how do you deal with that nowadays? Because I've always kind of watched interviews with you or listened to interviews with you where you've kind of said that, you know, from Fools and Worthless Lies onwards, you know, you stepped up as frontman, but you've always felt a bit sort of funny about it, you know, at times. I mean, is that, do you feel comfortable now, especially that you're saying you're much happier, or is it still always a thing you'll battle with, do you think?
I think it's an eternal battle because it compromises how I play guitar because it's hard to play guitar well and sing at the same time. So if I was a guitarist, I'd be much better. But I think if I was just a singer, I'd be much better too. So I have to kind of like meet in the middle and be like average at both. So it sucks. But like, no, I'm kind of comfortable with it. But I would just rather be a guitarist. Like I don't really like. I'm not like a front man. Like it's amazing that people like come and see us and like they're like, oh, I'm inspired by you. It's incredible, but I'm still just like, I wish I was Matty, or I wish I was Lee, the bass. Like I wish I was. Yeah. I don't know, but no, I'm definitely more comfortable. Like it's fine. I'm like I kind of embrace it now, but like I'd still rather be just a guitarist. But that's neither here nor there. But that's always going to be the case.
Amazing. Yeah, no, I mean, like, so I guess going from that then, like, in terms of shows you've seen as a fan, I think I know what's coming.
I've got a few, man.
Okay, yeah, like, anything you want to talk about, fire them, yeah.
The top is Craig David for me. So we played a festival in Norway called Slottsfjell, I think I pronounced that correctly. And Craig David was playing, but he plays on his own, right? So he walks out, he's ripped as well now.
Oh, he's massive.
Ripped. He looks so good. Man's old as well. He looks so good.
Yeah.
Handsome. He walks out, sets up all his own shit. He's got his little computer, and he like does everything himself. He basically DJs, mixes it, does some weird like cool stuff in the middle, and sings at the same time. And it was awesome. It was amazing. It was incredible. I lost my mind.
I caught tail end of him at Glastonbury, and the size of the crowd as well, and I'm just like, it's 2017.
See, I was in Norway, so the crowd was small. Like, no one knew who he was. It was like us and a bunch of obnoxious English people that were behind him.
We were going like,
yes, Craig! It was so good. But it was so good. It was so good.
But are you a fan of the recorded stuff as well, or was it just the kind of spectacle?
I do love Craig David, man.
Yeah,
I love Craig David.
I just find it mental. Like the main thing about Craig David is
great.
But it's like he's bigger now than he ever was.
That's thanks to Corrupt FM, I think. Have you seen that? Have you seen people just do nothing?
Course,
yeah, sure.
So, Burst Selected kind of ruined his career.
Yeah.
And then people just do nothing kind of picked it back up, I think.
Yeah.
I think a little bit. They added a little bit.
Well, I mean, like, it's the fact that Corrupt FM can sell out, like, Roundhouse, like, 5 nights in a row. It's like, it's made people go, well, Garage was good, wasn't it?
Garage was fucking good.
Garage was great.
But I just love Craig David, man. Like, his voice is so ridiculous. Like, it sounds like when he sings live, it sounds like he's got a compressor and auto-tune in his voice box. It's mental. It's incredible.
What a guy. What were your other shouts?
Liam Gallagher already.
Oh, mate, yes. Okay.
It's basically just like watching Oasis.
Yeah.
It's just he's played Oasis songs. It's so good. You couldn't even hear his voice, but it was more the crowd reaction was just mind blowing. I lost my mind.
I'm saying it's just mental how like when you can start a set with Rock and Roll Star and then go, here's Morning Glory, and then say, and now, but then also like play his solo stuff and everyone knows
Just
the words.
nip it in the middle.
Yeah.
And then another Oasis smash.
Yeah.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Absolutely mental.
I love flares as well though. Like there's a video of when he played in, I think it was Cardiff, like on this tour just now, and it was like in the arena tour, and someone snuck a flare in, and then the minute he came on, it's just like in the middle of the floor. There's just like this one like, and there's half people going, "Oh, this is a disgrace out of security,"
and half of them are going,
and then half of them are going, "Yeah." It just.
So good.
Are you a massive Oasis fan?
I'm a huge Oasis
So
fan.
they're sat in the room with their number one fan, Mark James.
I would say Mark is the biggest Oasis fan. No, actually, well, maybe. Second to Ramesh, maybe. You think you're bigger? Ridiculous. Yeah, like us. How can you not be?
Yeah.
I genuinely question people when they don't like.
Yeah.
If you say I don't really like it, or they're all right. What do you mean they're all right? You either hate them, have a strong opinion.
Yeah.
Either hate them or love them.
Yeah.
You can't think, oh yeah, Oasis all right. They got a couple of good songs. What do you mean? They invent.
Oh, I like Wonderwall. Oh, that
Do you?
one's good. Oh,
Yeah?
that one's good. Oh,
Cool.
Yeah, nice one. See
Meet
you
me
later.
outside, you fucking prick. I'll beat you.
See you
Oasis or die.
See you later.
Love them. Love them.
Brilliant. Yes.
Love them.
Love it.
But I also like Blur, so that's controversial.
Oh, I was going to ask about that. Yeah. Where do you stand on that? Are you kind of at middle ground?
No, I like Blur a lot, but I don't like
Yeah.
them anywhere near as much as I like Oasis.
Okay, yeah.
If I had to pick, it'd be the Smiths over anyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's not my fault. Love them.
Yeah, but I'm sorry.
Oasis, you got the swag.
Yeah.
Smiths, you got the wit.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
and
What about Blur? Anything?
Like they got both. They got swagger and wit.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think.
Yeah.
But they don't have as much swagger as Oasis, or as many tunes as Oasis, and they don't have as much wit as.
I mean,
Fair point. Very fair point.
I saw Blur in.
They are still great.
They're a great band.
I saw Blur at Ziggett in Budapest when they headlined, and the set was great, but like the whole crowd, which was just, it was full of like Hungarians, just going song 2, song 2, and then like they're like, you could tell they were going, we're going to
get
play
to it, mate.
We'll get to it.
Probably played it last
It's-
year. Fucking ungrateful cunt.
It's like
Yeah.
Girls and Boys, is Tender, is all the correct songs, and every time it went quiet, it was
Song
just like,
2!
yeah. But then like when they actually played song 2,
No one cared.
well, they cared, but they just, even when they weren't supposed
They
to
were
go,
shouting song 2.
yeah, but no, even when they weren't supposed to go woohoo, they were going woohoo.
Right, we're moving this on to back to James. So go.
What do you mean back?
As in,
That's
like,
not moving
no, but
it
that's
on.
not moving it on. But as in back to Deaf Havana. Going into 2018, then, 'cause it's been such a successful year. You know, everyone loves All These Countless Nights. It's a great album. Like in terms of going into, you know, like we say, the promise of writing a new album and touring, that sort of thing. How are you feeling about that? What's the plan?
I feel pretty good. The plan is for me to lock myself in a bedroom and just demo forever now, basically. No, but like realistically, like because we had such a long period between Old Souls and this one, we want to get this record out really quickly. So our goal is to get it out in the summer next year.
Oh,
So it'll be pretty
cool.
quick. So I pretty much have to write a whole record and record it within the next like 6 months.
wow.
Which is doable.
Yep.
But I'm super up for it. This is going to be a bit more hectic than normal.
'Cause what's the dynamic with you guys now? Because I know, you know, you've often taken the reins on most things, especially in the studio. I mean, like
Yeah.
You and Matty kind of do a lot of stuff together, or like
Well, me and Matty did Old Souls together, but recently it's just me. Or maybe me and Max, like, because I can't play piano. And Max is phenomenal piano, so like Britain, come round, boy, I need you. So when I need him, I'll dip in and I'll grab him, and then he'll come do that, and then I still won't give him any PRS. It's fine. No, I'm joking. He's alright. 15%, 75 myself. See you later. No, that's all good. But yeah, so it'd be like me or me and Max. But like everyone else has their own lives, man. Like Tom's got 2 kids, Lee's got a full-time job. They're all like busy guys. Like I can't expect them to like quit that and hang out, and I don't really have a life. So, and the only thing I'm good at is playing music, and I'm not even that good at it. So I kind of sort of like resigned myself to that. So yeah, I love recording. It's like I way prefer it to playing live. It's my favourite thing about being in a band. So yeah, for me, it's like I nerd out. I love it.
Incredible. Well, really excited, man. This has been genius, I think. James, thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you,
I think
man.
this has been a classic.
I think this has been a classic,
Thanks for
yeah.
having me.
Mate, pleasure.
Do you want to come back? Like,
Yeah, can I be one of the presenters?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but just pop in. Like,
The
say,
amount of complaints you get would be absurd. Can you get that fucking prick off? He's doing my head in. A, he's got a stupid voice. B, his band are shit. C, he doesn't say anything good. Get rid of him. I don't know.
oh, you bastard!
Oh, you fucking know.
What is going on?
No, then.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Feliz
Love you.
Navidad. Buon Natale. Frohe Weihnachten. That's about as much as languages as I know.
Best podcast of all
Right.
time.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.